Good morning. Today's the day that I make a decision that I didn't want to make. So I think I've mentioned in a video or two about the back windows in the van. I really wanted to put back windows in, and after paying taxes, I don't know. There are a few reasons why I have decided to not do the back windows. The number one reason being is budget. I thought I found the windows on Van Windows Direct for $150. Turns out they only have the passenger rear door for $130, and then they have both a different window for like $268 each, and then those are also out of stock. And then the only website that I wound up being able to find both back windows, they were fairly, I don't want to say cheap, they're not cheap, they're like $150 each, a little bit more than that, but then shipping was like $200. So I didn't want to pay $500 or $600 for these back windows. I just want to get the build done, and it was a hard decision to make because I really wanted to add those back windows. But in the end, with my budget and my travel plans, I'm planning on being in Texas in June after Ember's birthday, and my sister's already taken time off. My mom is flying into town to visit. So I want to make sure that I am there for that. And that being said, I need to also make sure that I have enough money to buy a new set of tires, which is probably going to be around $2,000. And I have to have enough money to get to Texas. So that's gas, that's food, that's a lot of things that I have to keep in mind budget wise. Like I can't be spending money on things that are not necessary. So I have decided to not put back windows in the van, which means today I'm going to finish doing the back doors and the side sliding door. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on this. If you watched me putting up the ceiling, you will remember that I talked about a waterfall effect that we thought would be really cool. Isaac and I thought it would be cool to try and do. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. So I'm gonna close the door and kind of figure out where I'm gonna start, like in the middle, maybe. Anyways, I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna start, put that on, and then I can go each way. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this door. So that's the plan, and I'm using the same cedar tongue and groove. I buy that at Home Depot, and it's about $26 a pack. I bought 3 packs to do all the doors, and whatever scrap I have left, I'm gonna finish the side door with. So hopefully I won't use all the packs and I could take one back. Anyways, that's the plan. That's what we're doing today. I'm so excited just to get this part done. It's gonna feel so much more done after this. So let's jump into it. This is the cedar tongue and groove that I'm using. It's super light and thin, and I absolutely love it. I've used it many times. To put this up, I'm actually just going to be using liquid nails. I know that there's going to be someone out there who comments that that's not going to work. And I'm here to tell you that I have used this technique, just liquid nail, nothing else, on the cedar tongue and groove in the peach multiple times, including in my first build. And then when I tore that out to do the rebuild, I used it in the rebuild as well. And having to tear it down and out, I can tell you right now, it does work. It works great. Just liquid nails. You just got to make sure you get the good liquid nail. No nails, nothing, just straight liquid nail and cedar to the back door is the plan. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. So the only thing I'm using today is the chop saw, liquid nail, and cedar, and a caulking gun. That's it. I bought some great stuff here, and that's gonna be for the hole that we cut for the DC to DC I haven't filled it yet, so I need to go ahead and fill that because it does have a little bit of air gap there, and I just want to seal it up. So that's what that's for. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, it smells so good. All right, you're also going to need a pencil. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna just measure this. All right, gonna notch that out. Which means you're also gonna need a jigsaw. Oh no! Ah! So that's one pack. And honestly, I'm not quite sure I love it. I feel like if I had gone side to side, the cedar would have gone a longer way. But it's like, is it too late to stop now? I don't know. I'm conflicted. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna send it, see how it looks in the end. Okay, so update. I don't hate it now that it's done. It's definitely not perfect, but all the imperfections are under the bed so you can't see them. And I don't want to add any screws on top. Yeah, I did have to add some screws to hold it up so that the glue can set. When I did this in the peach, it was much smaller pieces, so it makes sense that these are larger and heavier. So the screws will hold them up. Once that liquid nail dries, it'll set really well. But I didn't want to add any on top, and this one was kind of like pushing to the side. So I have this clamp on here to hold that in its place so that the liquid nail can set up. But I mean, it looks great. I sanded it down. I tried to even out the top the best that I could. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this door the exact same way. So I'm gonna start on the inside so that I can line up the first cedar piece to one of the cedar pieces on the roof, so that when the doors are shut, they're all kind of flush. At least that's the goal. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I used 1 pack plus I think 2 boards, so I should have like a 1 or 2 whole planks left over out of all 3 packs once this door is finished. And then I have a ton of extra pieces and also all my other extra scrap from doing the ceiling to finish the sliding door here on the inside. So let's go ahead and get the passenger back door done. Okay, both doors are done. I'm gonna let that set up and then we'll see what it looks like once the sliding door is done. So I'm just gonna let that sit there. I'm excited to see it with the doors closed. It's definitely not perfect, but what is in a DIY van build? If you know, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the passenger side door here. which hopefully this is going to be a little bit easier, and let me show you why. So I'm pretty sure this is what was on the door. So this, I'm going to use this as a template, and then I'm going to use this to cut the template out, and then once that's fitted, I'm going to put the cedar on that and then just screw it into the door. I'm hoping it's as easy as I think it's going to be. Okay, this side, or the sliding door, is done. We have one more piece, whole piece of tongue and groove. I used pretty much all of the extra pieces I have. I have a pretty decent sized one there. I didn't use any of the other extra stuff I had, so 3 packs did all 3 doors. And so I'm just gonna let this sit up for a minute before we go ahead and screw it onto the inside of the van. But once it's screwed on, I feel like it's gonna look so good. Then we can go ahead and treat it with the same thing I used for the ceiling. Okay, so I just took my lunch break. I had leftover pho that I had made from scratch last night. I had some leftover carne asada meat that I had cut up. And Isaac's mom left some like rice noodles, and I was like, you know what? I feel creative. I'm gonna make some pho. And so I found like a random recipe, and I just took a few of the seasonings that it had listed that I had already, and then added a few of my own things, and it was so good. It was so good. I was so proud of myself. I've only had pho one time, and it wasn't really that good, but my homemade one was very, very good. Kudos to me. Anyways, I was taking my lunch break because I wanted to give this some time to sit, and I put some heavy stuff on there. So now I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna screw that into this, put this door together, and then we will treat the cedar, and we'll see what it looks like once it's done. Okay. Door is done. What's up? So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna close the back doors. We'll see how that goes. All right, that's what the back door looks like. Honestly, I'm not unhappy with it now that it's done. Now that all the doors are done. It's definitely not perfect. I feel like I need to, because I did this side, I filled this part in. I feel like I need to do it on this door too. I think that'll really make it look finished. Right now it doesn't look finished because of that. So I am gonna do that. So I got it going. I have it clamped off so that the glue, the liquid nail can set. So while that door is setting, I'm going to get the stuff so we can do the treat all the doors, and we'll start on the sliding door first since that'll be easiest. So this is what I'm going to use. This is what I used on the ceiling, and it's Danish oil natural. So the cedar doesn't change too much. It just makes it a little more rich. Okay, I think that we are officially done. Look at this beautiful door. Wow. And then this is kind of dirty. I'll wind up cleaning up all of the white, and I might paint it white. I don't really know. I kind of like that it still like has the feel of a van, you know. And then here are the back doors. I'm happy with it. I was not sure about this at first. I was like, oh, I don't know. Not sure that I like that. But I do. I like how, in the end, it turned out pretty all right for what it is. Cuts aren't perfect. Nothing's perfect. But I am happy with it, and that's what matters. So I've been admiring the cedar. I cleaned up everything, so I put all the tools away. Did you hear that? That was weird. So I put all of the tools away. I took the grate stuff and patched up that hole that I talked about earlier, and I was just kind of letting the cedar dry a little bit. And I absolutely love how the doors came out, and it makes it feel that much more finished in here. Tomorrow I am doing the bed frame, which I've already got most of it done. So that will be the next video that you see. And so literally the only thing that we'll have left to do is the kitchen. And within the next, sometime this week, I'm going to get all of the lumber for the kitchen, which I'm nervous about because it's going to be a really big purchase. It's the last really big purchase I have. It's just always scary spending that much money, but I'm really excited that that's what the next steps are going to be after this week, is doing all the cabinetry. And once the cabinetry is all done, the van is going to be done. So the cabinetry also includes doing the cedar live edge countertop that I'm also going to epoxy. So that in itself is going to be a whole project. But I think it's going to look so beautiful, and I'm so excited to get all of that done. It's coming together so quickly, and I say that in every video, and it just feels like it's not inching, it's like jumping a mile every single time something gets done, and I'm beyond excited. I did want to say a huge thank you. I was opening my mail today, and I opened this package and was like, is this what I think it is? And I'd like to say thank you from Thomas, who got me the projector off of my wish list. I'm not gonna have a TV in here. We're just gonna have a projector for when Ember and I, or if I just want to watch a movie, or if we have, you know, the whole family in here and we want to watch something, we'll have the projector for that. But he said, enjoy your gift. I'm enjoying ideas from your van build. I'm 67, retired, and just bought a 2019 Transit empty van, and it also has the plywood floor already installed it. And that is from Thomas Anglin. Thank you so much, Thomas. I'm so excited about this. If you would like to be a part of the build, I do have a wish list. It's in the description if you want to check that out. I also have a wish list going for Ember down there for just there's a few toys and some clothes, because she's just flying. She's just growing through her clothes monthly. She is pretty tall. I feel like she's taller than average at her age. Anyways, those are linked in the description. But I have had a few people ask about what I plan to do as far as like the first trip we're gonna take. I'm gonna take a solo trip in the van, but when it's done, probably, so I won't do anything crazy. I'll probably just go somewhere fairly local and just take a mom day and just do some self-care stuff and just have a good, nice trip for a day. And then I'll come back, and Isaac and I were talking, and we thought it would be really cool because I also want to do a trip with Ember before we go down to Texas. And we thought it would be cool to go on a trip as a family. So he would have his truck camper and I would be in the van, and we would just, you know, obviously take Ember with us, but go camping together as family, but with both of our rigs. And so that's also on the agenda. That's going to be upcoming, and I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be really fun and interesting. I'm super grateful, Thomas, and to anyone who has sent anything off of the wish list. Super, super grateful. You have no idea. Thank you so, so much. I did not think that these cedar doors were going to take as long as they took, but they took me all day. So right now I'm kind of just feeling it out, filling out the space, admiring it. It's so beautiful. I love this cedar tongue and groove. Obviously I've used it a lot. Yeah, I'm happy with how it's come out. The back, I did wind up doing those screws, but once the bed is in, you're not going to be able to see those screws. So it will look seamless from the back. And then over here, I just did a couple of screws of every other panel. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I like it. As always, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts and see what you guys think. If you've been around a while, you know I do use this cedar tongue and groove a lot. And again, you can get it at Home Depot. It's $26 something per pack, and I think it's six panels, but they're pretty long. Highly recommend for lightweight cedar paneling. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and seeing what you guys think of the cedar tongue and groove on the doors. Was it all I hoped it would be? Not necessarily, but I am happy with how it came out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it's been a really, really long day. This video actually comes out tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and I'm gonna go edit and get this uploading. And I will see you guys tomorrow, which for you is today. Do any of you have any guesses on how long you think it's going to take for me to finish the van? I think it's going to be done by the end of April, for sure. Isaac thinks it'll be done by the end of next week. I think the biggest hurdle for us is the sink. I had a company reach out. They wanted to send me a sink as a sponsor for the build, and I was so excited because sinks are so expensive, and they still haven't sent it. So I was supposed to get it this month, but I'm like coming down to the wire, so I don't know if that's even going to work out because I have to have that sink before I can do the countertop. And so if they don't send it in time, I'm going to have to buy a sink. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they send it in time. That's the only thing that may hinder our furthering of the build. So we'll see how that goes. But I can't wait to hear your thoughts. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting us. We really appreciate it, and I can't tell you how much it really means to us and to me. And these last few months have been pretty difficult, and I have been doing YouTube for several years now, and this is my full-time job. And recently I looked into going back to a normal job, and I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna do. I wasn't quite sure what the future looked like, and I'm just really glad that I decided to stick with YouTube and just give it my all no matter what. YouTube allows me to basically be with my daughter 24/7, and honestly, I don't know how I would feel. I don't know how she would feel or, react to us having that type of time together and bonding to not seeing her most of the day. So I just want to thank you guys, because if it wasn't for you, that wouldn't be possible for me. And so I truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to say thank you and let you know that I am so incredibly grateful for all of you. And I just couldn't go another day without telling you. So thank you, as always, for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.